Welcome to the Englishstorywell channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
I live in a big city where many people use public transportation to get around. Public transportation includes buses, trains, and trams. In my city, these are popular ways to travel because they are cheap, convenient, and help reduce traffic. Many people, including students, workers, and tourists, use public transportation every day. Public transportation is very important in my city. It helps people get to work, school, and other places quickly and easily. Some people do not have cars, so they rely on buses and trains to go from one place to another. Using public transportation is also good for the environment because it reduces the number of cars on the road, which helps to reduce pollution. The bus system in my city is very large. There are many bus routes that cover almost every part of the city. You can find a bus stop on almost every corner, and buses come frequently. The buses are usually big and have many seats, so a lot of people can travel together. Riding the bus is easy. First, you need to know which bus route to take. You can check the bus schedule online, on an app, or at the bus stop. The schedule tells you what time the bus will arrive at each stop. When you see your bus coming, you should wave your hand to signal the driver that you want to get on. Once you are on the bus, you can either pay with cash or use a bus card to pay for your ride. On the bus, you can sit down if there are empty seats, or you can stand if it is crowded. It is important to be polite to other passengers. For example, you should give your seat to elderly people, people with disabilities, or pregnant women. Buses in my city have special seats at the front for these passengers. Trains are another important part of public transportation in my city. There are two types of trains, the subway and the commuter trains. The subway is underground and is used mostly in the city center, while commuter trains travel longer distances and connect the city with nearby towns and suburbs. The subway system is very fast and efficient. There are many subway lines, each with a different color, which makes it easy to navigate. Subway stations are located all over the city, so you can easily find one near you. To enter the subway, you need to buy a ticket or use a subway card. The subway runs frequently, so you never have to wait long for a train. Commuter trains are bigger and travel longer distances than the subway. They're often used by people who live outside the city, but work in the city. These trains are comfortable and have more seats, making them ideal for longer trips. Commuter trains usually run less frequently than the subway, so it is important to check the schedule and plan your trip. In addition to buses and trains, my city also has trams. Trams are like buses, but they run on tracks in the streets. They are very popular in the city center because they are quiet, smooth, and can carry a lot of passengers. Trams are a great way to travel short distances in the city. Trams in my city are usually bright and colorful. Each tram has a number that shows its route, so it is easy to know which tram to take. Like buses, you can pay for your ride with cash or a tram card. Trams stop at regular intervals, so you can get on or off at many different places. One of the best things about trams is that they are very scenic. Because they run through the streets, you can see the city as you travel. This makes trams a favorite choice for tourists who want to see the sights while getting around. There are many advantages to using public transportation in my city. First, it is very affordable. A single bus or subway ride costs much less than driving a car, especially when you consider the cost of gas, parking, and car maintenance. Many people in my city save money by using public transportation instead of driving. Second, public transportation is very convenient. Buses, trains, and trams run frequently, so you don't have to wait long for your ride. Public transportation also helps you avoid traffic jams, which can be very frustrating when you're driving a car. With public transportation, you can relax and enjoy the ride without worrying about getting stuck in traffic. Third, public transportation is good for the environment. When people use public transportation, there are fewer cars on the road, which means less air pollution and less traffic. This helps to make the city a cleaner and healthier place to live. Finally, public transportation helps to reduce the stress of driving. Driving in the city can be stressful because of traffic, finding parking, and dealing with other drivers. When you use public transportation, you don't have to worry about these things. You can sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. While there are many advantages to public transportation, there are also some challenges. One challenge is that buses, trains, and trams can get very crowded, especially during rush hour. When many people are traveling at the same time, it can be difficult to find a seat, and sometimes you have to stand for the entire trip. Another challenge is that public transportation can sometimes be delayed. Buses and trams can get stuck in traffic, and trains can be delayed due to technical problems. This can be frustrating if you are in a hurry to get somewhere. It is always a good idea to leave a little early to make sure you arrive on time. Safety is also an important consideration when using public transportation. It is important to be aware of your surroundings and keep your belongings close to you, especially in crowded places. Fortunately, my city has a good reputation for safety on public transportation, and there are security officers who patrol the stations and vehicles to keep passengers safe. One of the best things about public transportation is that it allows you to explore the city. You can visit many different neighborhoods, parks, museums, and other attractions without needing a car. This makes it easy for tourists and residents alike to discover new parts of the city. For example, you can take the bus to the city's famous park, where you can enjoy a relaxing day in nature. Or you can take the subway to the downtown area, where you can visit museums, shops, and restaurants. The tram is a great way to explore the historic parts of the city, where you can see beautiful old buildings and learn about the city's history. Public transportation also makes it easy to attend special events in the city. Whether there is a concert, sports game, or festival, you can take the bus, train, or tram to get there without having to worry about parking or traffic. This makes public transportation a convenient and stress-free way to enjoy everything the city has to offer. The future of public transportation in my city looks very promising. The city is planning to expand the public transportation system by adding more bus routes, extending the subway lines, and introducing new types of transportation, such as electric buses and bike-sharing programs. The city is also working on making public transportation more environmentally friendly. For example, many buses and trains are being converted to run on electricity instead of diesel, which will help reduce pollution. The city is also planting more trees and creating green spaces near public transportation stations to make the city more beautiful and sustainable. In addition, there are plans to improve the accessibility of public transportation. This means making it easier for people with disabilities to use buses, trains, and trams. For example, new buses and trains will have low floors and ramps, and there will be more elevators and escalators at stations. This will ensure that everyone can use public transportation, regardless of their physical abilities. Here are some tips to help you use public transportation in my city. Plan your trip. Before you leave, check the schedule and plan your route. This will help you avoid delays and make sure you arrive on time. Have your fare ready. Whether you are paying with cash or a card, have your fare ready before you get on the bus, train, or tram. This will make the boarding process faster and easier. Be polite. Public transportation is for everyone, so be polite to other passengers. Offer your seat to those who need it and keep your voice down when talking on the phone or to others. Stay safe. Keep your belongings close to you, especially in crowded places. Be aware of your surroundings and report anything suspicious to the authorities. Enjoy the ride. Public transportation is a great way to see the city and relax. Take the time to enjoy the view and appreciate the convenience of public transportation. Public transportation is an essential part of life in my city. It helps people get around quickly and affordably, reduces traffic and pollution, and makes the city more accessible to everyone. While there are some challenges, the advantages of public transportation far outweigh the drawbacks. By using public transportation, you can explore the city, attend special events, and enjoy a stress-free ride. As the city continues to improve and expand its public transportation system, it will become an even better way to travel. Whether you are a resident or a visitor, public transportation is a great way to experience everything my city has to offer.
Whether you're a beginner or an advanced learner, our carefully curated stories cater to all levels, making learning English enjoyable and effective. Join our community of language enthusiasts and let the magic of storytelling transform your learning experience. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Dive into Englishstorywell, where every story is a step towards mastering English.